and welcome back to Dragon Ball Super Retrospective. Today we'll be covering the animation, the events of the story, how the tension is built up, and how the music affects the scenes. And starting to look at the fight between Goku and Lord Beerus, which is episode 10 through episode 12. Episode 13 and 14 will be covered next time, as well as hopefully the Battle of Gods anime and manga. Anyways, let's dive into it. So diving into the music and tension first, we'll look at the scene when Beerus is about to destroy Earth and Goku shows up at the last second to convince Beerus to hold off for at least just a tiny bit. So, after the people of Earth bet everything on a pick in a game of rock, paper, scissors and obviously lose, Beerus rises up into the air. His attendant Whis is also ready and is done with all the food shopping he's been doing. He's finally done. Beerus is thankful for that. Which leads to Beerus saying, "Don't you think you've been a bit too greedy?" Whis laughs it off, and finally, Beerus raises his palm, calling together his godly ki and forming a giant orb. At first, all that could be heard is the orb's powerful sound as Beerus slowly rises into the air. Then slowly, this depressing music takes over. The Earthlings have tried everything. They've given their all and still failed. Krillin, one of the humans, asks Piccolo, even if they all help and everyone attacks together, they wouldn't stand a chance, would they? Piccolo confirms his fears by saying, no, it'd be pointless to even try. The, at first, soft music becomes louder and the pressing tone can be heard. Then, still images of everyone flashes. Goku's wife, Chi-Chi, holding her son Goten, seemingly about to cry. Oolong and Puar looking up, terrified at the energy Beerus has gathered. Then, we see Tien Shinhan looking up in what is either fear, helplessness, or anger. The next is 18, holding her daughter. Obviously, the cyborg is very angry that despite her best efforts, she couldn't do anything to this god. Lastly, we see Bulma. She looks down in defeat as the camera pans out to show her and Vegeta's son holding Vegeta. Vegeta, defeated, can only look up in anger. The music has set the stage as Beerus speaks. Ladies and gentlemen of Earth, farewell, eternally. Just as he's about to throw the orb at Earth, destroying it, Goku yells out. His scream cuts off the depressing music as a new upbeat song comes in and the camera pans out around Goku. An excellent guitar riff starts as everyone looks at Goku, and he comes rushing down in a slightly comedic fashion. Everyone starts to celebrate as Goku apologizes for being late to Bulma's birthday party, which Bulma yells at Goku, pointing out a god of destruction is about to destroy Earth. Almost forgot about him, huh? The music then fades out as Goku asks Beerus for just a tiny bit of time, as he has a risky idea, but he might be able to summon the Super Saiyan God. All that can be heard is the sound as the key orb Beerus made, and reluctantly, Beerus gives Goku and the others that tiny bit of time they need. Finally, some triumphant music starts playing as he cancels out the giant key orb. Then Beerus is asked by his attendant Whis about giving up on the Super Saiyan God. Beerus states that he's slept 39 years to meet this god, but this is truly their last chance. If they fail, then Earth, no. The entire solar system will be destroyed. And then, the stage is finally set. But wait, so why talk about episode 8 if I talked about it last episode? Well, it's because of a certain piece of music that plays during that exact scene. The one with the guitar riff, which I cannot play due to copyright reasons. It has become rather infamous, mainly because of the start of the song. The song sounds rather annoying to many of the community, but in all honesty, while I agree the start may be bad, it's definitely not as bad as most people say. The riff in the middle gives a rather nice vibe of hope and such, but was sadly overhated. Though, does it fit with this shot of Goku arriving is the question. Well, it's half and half. The start definitely feels out of nowhere due to its sudden and sharp start, but as the song goes on, it slowly starts to fit more and more, and overall I say it does fit, but the song is sadly overused, I will admit that. Finally, onto the animation, and oh boy, there's a lot to tackle here. At first, Super had decent animation, but slowly and surely DBS started to fall apart due to a rush production. This is clear to see in episode 5's first half, and the first fight with Goku and Beerus. As they clash, it seems so choppy and a lot of cuts were definitely off model. However, it was fixed for the first airing of episode 5 in terms of going on stuff like Crunchyroll. And the actual airing of the episode, I'm so sorry to say this, it did not look good. At all. While it looks decent now, it just isn't good enough. Nakio Tate was able to make it passable, but the whole thing is very sad to see. It unfortunately continued with the next few episodes as well. Vegeta's moment of overcoming his fear of Beerus after Beerus stopped his wife was kinda underwhelming, but thankfully better than episode 5. Then there's the Super Saiyan God transformation, which many find awkward and definitely not as good as the movie counterpart. For such an important moment, it seemed rather wasted and not really well done. Thankfully, however, the music definitely makes up for the awkward animation as it gives off this majestic feel. It seems so hopeful as the sky swirls golden clouds and the sea turns gold. While definitely not as impressive as the movie, the blue light that envelops Goku slowly is amazing. The music slowly shifts to this mysterious, fearful element. Then another blue light envelops everyone, and then cuts through the sky, letting everyone see space itself. Rain falls, and so does hail. Lightning, sunlight, heat, the day and seasons are rapidly changing. Then the music shifts to this majestic tone, as the awkward art does start to show up once again, but the music keeps it good. Then, a red light envelops Goku as he turns completely red. He rises up somewhat, then descends, the light then disappearing as Goku now has red hair, looks a lot thinner, and has red eyes. So, Goku's either a vampire or a ghoul. Oh no, wait, he's a god. Huh. Personally, I'm used to gods being in the moon, but hey. Now this upbeat and cheerful music comes into play, and it's once again the music people find annoying. Again, it's overused, but it's still pretty good. Plus, it's rather fitting to this moment, as it symbolizes a new power being gained, and finally, hope is within their grasp. This time, they stand a chance, and that's episode 9. And while it is decent, some were definitely disappointed that the God Ritual wasn't as impactful as it felt in the movie. It is well done though, and yet with so much to live up to, it wasn't very likely DBS would be able to recapture that magic the movies held. Now, it's time for what everyone has been waiting for. The rematch of Goku and Beerus. It first starts off with Goku charging at Beerus, but seemingly losing control of himself and flying forward further than intended. He goes on to state, "It's like it's not my own body." At first, one might assume he's just being silly, but Beerus happily goes along with this. Goku then goes on to say it's beyond his imagination that he was well surprised by this level of power. Beerus just adds on to what Goku was saying by stating, "We can't have you getting all surprised just yet. You should be able to release far more power than that," implying this lack of control is only the start of it. Goku's still able to make this power his own. Then, Goku charges up a Kamehameha and fires it straight at Beerus, which Beerus of course dodges with great ease. Goku's still amazed at the power, but is scolded for forgetting that the others are there. Gohan comes in to add his thoughts in, saying, "I don't think that's the full extent of a Super Saiyan God's power." Slowly but surely, Goku's starting to learn about his power, but not fully. He's betting Earth on the power he currently has, and is looking to obtain more of it so he can finally defeat Beerus. Beerus adds a chilling comment, though, stating, "Very well. However, there's no one in the universe who is stronger than me, a god of destruction." As Goku keeps throwing punches and kicks at Beerus, Beerus blocks each with ease, causing a bit of worry. None of his attacks are landing. This power isn't enough, it seems. Beerus isn't even forced to defend as he lands a few clean hits, slapping Goku around. Beerus, who's never faced a challenge, is simply slapping Goku around, and he's not gonna get a challenge now. To this extent, it's worrying, but gives insight. This is truly how powerful Beerus is. To be so confident in the face of such power, even running to think of a plan, Goku can't catch a break. He has never truly been put in a situation like this, where the mountain to climb is so high, it's like he can't even see the top of it. However, Goku's not about to give up. Slowly, he is obtaining more and more power and can finally dodge and block Beerus' attacks to some extent. He is amazed at how strong Beerus is. Finally, a light inside him is starting to turn on. He has another goal to run towards, yet first, he has to win. Yet, he also knows something insanely scary. He reflects on the battle back on the Northern Kaio's planet and says, "If I had taken these same hits when we were back on the Northern Kaio's planet, I'd undoubtedly be dead." The fight then continues to go on, and Goku's starting to grow more in power. He can actually see Beerus' punches, and finally manages to grab one. Beerus takes this moment to speak up about how amazing Goku is. But obviously, with the planet Earth on the line, Goku punches Beerus square in the face, making sure he remembers his priorities. Good job, Goku. Beerus likes this punch, so he decides to put Goku to the test. He sends a few small key balls at Goku, which Goku barely catches and throws away. Now Goku's faster, and he's actually forcing Beerus to dodge, even landing a hit here and there, even drawing blood. Then Beerus, who is obviously angry that someone landed a hit on him like that, goes in for a rather sloppy punch. Goku was waiting for this, then puts Beerus into a lock. First, a flick on the forehead, then a chop on the god's neck. Exactly what Beerus did to Goku in their first fight. Goku holds this grudge hard, and honestly, it's very funny to see. Even Beerus states, "I didn't expect you to be the type to hold a grudge." Goku hates losing, but so does Beerus. Now, it's finally time for the gods to turn up the heat. The true battle of gods is about to start in a few episodes. After a long stare down, Goku goes in and lands a hard gut punch, then throws some comedic clashing, and Beerus charges back, hitting Goku just as hard. And after creating a bit of distance, he starts to add some ki in the mix. "I've got a big present for you this time," he says, which Goku responds with, "That looks a lot bigger than the last one." Yet again, Goku has another test, and catches the ball. It, however, is too heavy to throw somewhere else, so what does he do? His only choice. He makes it smaller and starts to cancel it out, taking on the full force of the explosion up close. After that, the two start to clash some more, with a nice and intense piece of music coming on as the two scream at each other. Goku then lands a kick and does his signature attack, biting someone! Yeah, this fight is full of a lot of comedy, but it also has a lot of seriousness in it as well. I mean, if Goku loses his fight, Earth gets blown up, so it's pretty serious as a whole. Honestly, it's really well done, as it never feels like it's breaking the tension or out of nowhere, like with the music from episode 8. Beerus is hiding something, however, and Goku knows it. He isn't at full power, and so Beerus apologizes. It's as if he's teaching Goku the power of the God form. As we cut to the Elder Kaio and the Supreme Kaio comments on how Beerus is purposely holding back, but he does not know why. The Elder Kaio answers, in order to help Goku come into his own strength as a Super Saiyan God, and then completely annihilate him. Why would Beerus do that, though? The Supreme Kaio questions. The Elder Kaio once again has an answer. For fun? Because that's the kind of terrifying being Beerus is. Insight into Beerus is once again given. He wants Goku to become more powerful to make a statement. He wants to say, "Look, your only hope is now gone. This is the power of a true god." Goku is then thrown around like a ragdoll as Beerus starts to show his true power. Goku's then trapped and thrown around as he starts to heat up like a meteor due to the speed Beerus is just knocking him around at. Goku is seemingly down, but he's still breathing, and at the last moment he manages to break away from the explosion. After that, Beerus repeats that he is sleepy. 39 years for a god must be very short. Then Goku gets mad, headbutting Beerus, then punching him in the face, making him fall on the ground. Then we cut to Goku's friends who were watching the fight. They wanted to follow because, well, who wouldn't want to see a battle of gods? But what they see shocks them. Goku's floating upward, seemingly hurt, as Beerus returns the favor and continuously headbutts Goku into the air. Eventually, they go above the sky and into Earth's atmosphere. Goku is seemingly done once again, and Beerus gets a little ball of Akai energy to form. Bouncing it around like a soccer ball, Beerus is still very bored and has not been challenged in the slightest. The fact that he's still fooling around like this in front of Goku only gets Goku even more mad. But he has no time to stay mad. Beerus is giving Goku this option. He fights to protect Earth from what's about to happen, Or Goku just lays there in space and watches Earth be destroyed. Goku begs Beerus, but Beerus replies, "This is your fault." Goku not being strong enough is the reason why Beerus is doing this. Human lives mean nothing when it comes to his entertainment. He states, "This is a battle of gods. Are you asking if human lives are more important than that?" What a foolish question. Goku can't crush or rebound this energy as it's far too quick. Therefore, what does he do? Destroy it before they can reach Earth. As Beerus forms multiple orbs of Hakai energy, he speaks. "How about it? Have I inspired a motivation?" And to this, Goku powers up and gives his answer. "I'll show you the power of the Super Saiyan God." And he continues to power up even more, breaking the limits of what mortals thought they had. And Beerus smiles as he's getting what he wants. And then kicks the Hakai orbs at Goku and the Earth. Now Goku is charging up a Kamehameha as the energy rushes at him. Finally, a beautiful blue color overtakes the orbs and even the sky as Goku manages to destroy all of them at once. After all of that, however, he is tired, and Beerus has to apologize. He hits Goku in the gut, piercing his chest. He speaks in a chilling tone, as all the watcher can hear is Beerus' voice. The god aura forms, and Goku's barely hanging on. "I was mistaken. It seems you weren't the guy I was looking for." Goku starts to fall slowly, but speeds up. While covered up by the god form's energy, the audience can clearly see Goku has a hole in his chest. A quick cut to the Supreme Kaio and the Elder Kaio show them in fear. And as Goku continues to fall, all of his friends see him. Then Vegeta, Goku's rival, just stares coldly. No expression. The flame on Goku is still burning and covering the hole. All that is seen is Goku floating down to the ocean floor. Then suddenly, "You're so strong, Beerus. What the heck? I had no idea that someone that strong was out there. He's strong. So strong. Way too strong. I don't know why." Suddenly, the god form's aura starts to flare up around Goku, and he continues. "Why? I don't know why I don't know why." Suddenly, his wound is healed. It seems as if the god form is keeping him alive. "I don't know why." Then, his eyes open up, and Goku is smiling. "I don't know why, but I'm totally filled with excitement." The scene changes briefly to Vegeta. He's smiling. Suddenly, Goku shoots up into the air with rapid speed. Goku is going back to challenge Beerus again. Beerus at first is surprised, but then smiles. Beerus speaks once again. "I like that expression. I'd like to honor the latent power that has caused you to rise again, by showing you my own power as well." All that can be seen now is two gods staring each other down. One is fighting to keep the planet he was raised on safe, and the other is fighting to finally get the one thing he could never have: satisfaction and a truly worthy opponent. So, what did we learn today? Well, first off, Beerus is truly terrifying. Even if it means killing an entire planet, he wants to get his satisfaction. He's waited so long for this, and he won't let anything get in his way. But what about Goku? Something seems to have changed in him. I can't quite tell what it is, but I think I'll know by next episode. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this episode of the Dragon Ball Super Retrospective. Again, I have to thank Kairi Yajuu for helping me edit and revise the script, and then I have to thank Mark De Groot for letting me use his music in this episode. Really, you two are amazing people, and even though I doubt Mark De Groot remembers me asking him, I do have to thank him. Seriously, it was such a nice thing, especially to a nobody. Anyways, I'm Conductor Alto, and you'll see me next time when you hear the witches sing.